Hey everyone, welcome back to another episode from Ampro Engineering. This is the second part of our suspension installation on the Hotshot. And the front, as you can see, the new Ampro front suspension, which I'm very, very proud of. I finally have a Hotshot that can sit there without cracking any arms, so that's kind of cool. At the rear, unfortunately, we're not so lucky. As you can see, some of these arms are in pitiful shape. The arms on the left are my 3D printed prototypes. The new arms, I've gone ahead and satin clear coated. The reason why I like to clear coat these arms is that the nylon is very absorbent. So if you go through mud, it's really going to try and suck up that dirt and it really won't release it very well. So clear coating it's going to help prevent that. Prior to installation, you want to make sure that you run a drill bit through every single one of these holes. A 3mm bit is what we're going to use, and that will clean out any of the leftover material from the print. So now we can go ahead and disassemble the rear suspension. Actually, given the look of this arm here, if you give it a good shaking, oh, there we have it. That was easy. First things first, we'll take the ball stud off of the lower rear arm and transfer that over to the new one. I try and keep with that same theme. Do not drill this hole out with anything larger than a 2.5mm drill bit. And when it stops, it stops. It will not back out. Let's not forget on the upper arm that we need to have the shock pivot. And oh man, look at this arm right in there. We are already prepared to reinstall everything. The rear end should have no problem using all the factory hardware. All right, there's our lower arm. And do not forget to install your sway bar. And then put your rear suspension back on. In assembling this, I'm very rapidly realizing that I am not good with the Hotshot. I'm taking forever to put all this back together. And last, the pivot point for the shock. Let's put our C-clip on. And with that, the rear suspension on the right side of the car is all ready to go. Next, we'll put the left side together. Left side has been completed, and I have to say that it's very satisfying. The rear suspension just feels, I don't know, feels more supple. I think the reason why it didn't before is the fact that it was usually pivoting on, well, nothing. So it always felt really, I don't know, it always felt really sloppy. And that's definitely not the car's fault. It's, its age as well as these ridiculously brittle plastics, which do affect even the modern re-releases. Let's put the tires back on and we'll have a Hotshot with all 4 new arms. Rear suspension. From the previous video, our front suspension. And in a future video, our retrofit Thunder Dragon body, which I know should be significantly further forward, but I prefer it as such. The next video we see with this car, we are going to see it at the track, tearing it up over there. So I'm really excited to finally drive this car without fear of having it disintegrate before my eyes. Well, folks, thank you all so much for watching. I'm really excited about this particular build because it did allow me to add something to this car which would otherwise not have been possible with the original arms. And again, I don't like dealing with aluminum. I used to have aluminum rear A-arms on my RC10B2, and that proved to be a costly waste of money. So I'm still soured on that. The next time that you see this car getting an upgrade, it is going to get a revised battery enclosure. The track I race at does not allow lipos to be exposed outdoor to any kind of damage. So we're going to create a new enclosure that will fully protect the LiPo batteries from damage. Folks, thank you all so much for watching. I hope you enjoy this build. Part numbers and links are in the description. Please ask questions before you purchase anything. I do not know if these arms will fit any other car in the Hotshot family, so please keep that in mind. Thank you all so much for watching, and we'll see a lot more of the Hotshot. See you next time.